Here is how I went from feeling ashamed and embarrassed to embracing myself and feeling more connected to myself than ever. So, a couple of people have messaged me and said, what is the first steps that you took? What did you do to start the process of really understanding yourself and trusting your inner self? And to be honest, the first thing I did, I had to give myself the permission to start owning the fam. Was it easy? No, it wasn't, but so worth it. From where I am now to where I was, I will tell you it's worth it. And I started just pulling back the layers and really sitting in stillness because stillness was the way that I started creating meditations to help support me through whatever was coming up. And I started implementing things that lit me the fuck up. So I started implementing like rituals or hobbies, things that I really enjoyed and that really made me feel really connected to myself. Because for a long time, when people would say, how would you describe yourself? I would give you a blank look and say, I don't know who I am really, and I don't know how to describe Taylor to you. Now, I can tell you she's a meditation channel. She talks to spirit. She is bubbly and funny at times. She probably thinks she's funny. And she's a bit of a goose, but she really just is a funny personality. Like, she's just this goofball, really. She's a witchy, boho, gothic. Like, I don't choose one style. I mix and match, and whatever I feel really good in, that is what I'm wearing. I don't care what style it is, I'm owning it. And that is also one thing I had to do was just own who the fuck I am and stop worrying about what people were going to say and being like, this, I'm being true to me, and that's what fucking matters. As long as I'm not hurting anyone, obviously. Um, but that doesn't mean owning owning yourself. People might say, oh, you've changed. Well, that's growth. Growth is important. And owning your shit and being like, you know what, I'm being true to me to the core. And that's really, really important. And that's what I've learned along my journey. And also, like, I created meditations to hold space for emotions because I never used to be able to describe my emotions to anyone. Like, my partner would be like, Taylor, how are you feeling? I'd be like, I don't know. I really just didn't know how to talk about my emotions, deal with my emotions, and also like be able to describe them to people to be able so they could help me like move through it. So I started creating meditations so I could help myself regulate. I could help myself understand what I was going through, and I could also shift through the energy whilst holding space to feel grounded in my body and my mind, and also be able to set boundaries to own my shit and own my voice and speak my truth. Because I always felt a huge block in my throat for a very, very long time. And I also started to look at my body and my mind as like a garden. Um, so I started to focus on nourishing, nurturing, and pouring love internally, which rippled outwards. And you can see a big difference from when I started my journey to now. And I think it's about just taking simple steps that are not going to be overwhelming, but also keeping yourself accountable and staying consistent, but also feel tuned in with yourself and learn how to tune in with yourself so you can also understand what's going on, how to shift through it, how to hold space for it, and etc. I think that is really, really important. Um, but I'll be breaking some more of these down and sharing more about this along the journey. So if you have anything that you want me to talk about, please let me know because this also helps me help other people. I won't bring up your name, I will just talk about the question from my experience and my journey along the way and how you can start taking the steps as well.